so much stuff to get to today. But yesterday, something happened. And first of all, let's go back, right? So you guys remember this? 1989. It's an August day. Paul Giamatti, the great actor, was not the great actor. He was a young kid. But his dad, Abe Bartlett Giamatti, happened to be a guy that ran baseball, and he said this.
One of the game's greatest players has engaged a variety of acts which have stained the game, and he must now live with the consequences of those acts. By choosing not to come to a hearing before me, and by choosing not to proffer any testimony or evidence contrary to the evidence and information contained in the report of the special counsel to the commissioner, Mr. Rose has accepted baseball's ultimate sanction, which is lifetime ineligibility.
Lifetime ineligibility. Translation, he was kicked out of baseball forever.
Banned.
Charlie Hustle no more. Charlie broke ass. That's what he was. Little Sammy, who works at the country, she said yesterday she got him to sign a baseball that said, "I'm sorry I cheated on baseball."
Really?
Yeah. He would have signed anything you gave him. So if you used to go to Vegas, he's in one of these card places. He just sat there all day. And I don't know, probably made a couple grand a day.
Just signing
stuff. People would walk up, and he was totally gracious. You walk up, he's one of those guys where the fans became that thing. And it's nice that he was in Vegas, too, because, of baseball and gambling and whatnot. But yesterday, 15 players and one owner who were suspended forever from baseball, including Shoeless Joe Jackson, which we'll get to later, was allowed to come back into the phrase posthumously, of course. Now, I don't know if you know this, Ken, but did you know how this whole thing came about?
I have no idea.
Check this out.
Well, the President of the United States put pressure on baseball to make this happen.
The President did.
There you go.
President put pressure for Pete Rose. And I think he should be in the Hall. I've always thought that. You can separate all of the bad in the sense that was after he played. Okay? But while he played, he was great. And so I had no problem putting him in. And I think you should put him in with the plaque, the whole 9 yards. It tells the whole story. Look, this guy, great baseball player. When he was a manager, scumbag, bet on baseball. Did all of these things. He brought shame to the game, etc., etc. I have no problem with that. Now, everybody thinks that you're voted. Okay, now we can go vote for him. You can't. There's actually this weird process for how they have to do it with him.
Well, the next step will be, it's possible he'll be put on a classic era ballot, which will be voted on in December of 2027. 16 people will be on that committee. Kevin, I've been on 4 of those committees in my career. You have to get 12 out of 16 votes, 75% in order to be voted into the Hall of Fame. And don't forget, Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds went on those special ballot, and each of them got fewer than 4 votes after getting 65% of the vote from the writers. So it is a very difficult committee, and it all depends on the makeup of the committee. And it's a very, very interesting process.
He's got to get in, right? That has to happen. I mean, he's paid his price. I think Barry Bonds should be in. Before his head grew and he could no longer speak, he just huffed. He was a great baseball player. He's a Hall of Famer. Same thing with, before Roger Clemens. He won, 3 Cy Youngs before he went and took a lot of steroids and won another 3 or 4. I got no problems with him being in. In fact, baseball, I'm totally fine that you cheat. Makes the game more interesting, doesn't it? Hell, I don't care if you hit a single. I think you should be able to carry the bat to the, to the base
and throw it at the first baseman.
Or if they throw it at you, you can hit it again.
Club the first baseman
right?
who tries to tag you. It's so funny.
And it was one of those things too where remember they were trying there was too many bench clear brawls. They're like, if you're on the batting team and they clear, both of you guys come out, everybody's going to be suspended. I'm like, so wait a minute here. You're going to have a guy at bat who may get hit, then decide he wants to charge the mound, and you have 9 guys against him. And 2 old guys that are the batting coaches. Yeah, that's not cool. Keep the bat. Keep the bat. Good for him. I hope they let him in. This will be interesting to see what happens. But the fact that Trump made a call, because he's got nothing else going on.